Hello viewers, welcome to Dailies on TVRC. I am Habitunde Somi Vincent. Joining me on set is
Oyudokum Adedoyin Samuel.
reading to your hearing is a Vanguard newspaper.
And with me here is Punch newspaper. 2023 Atiku, governor lands in Abuja. Tinubu, Obi delays campaigns. Senate throws out power rotation bills. President grown as flood takes over Delta communities could also be found on the front page of Punch. Abuja Airport clock 40 to begin parking service. Lagos policeman enforcing Okada ban shoots guards. El Rufai's wife presents cash gift to rape victim. Promoters insist Joshua Fury fight will happen. Also on the front page of Punch, Muslim ticket. We are talking with PDP, says Lawal. One way, Lagos communities where policemen, government workers remove road signs, exhort motorists. Power generation strong to 38 megawatts. Also on the front page of Punch, business face crunch, CBN raises rates to 15.5%. Lagos monarch who faked kidnap jailed for 15 years. Mr. Akitode, these are one of the news that is making itself rounds in newspapers this morning, and they're juicy ones. So let me begin with this. What's your take on this? President grown as flood takes over Delta communities.
Yeah, don't forget that Delta, ordinarily the meaning of Delta, it's where waters move into the ocean. So it's more or less like a waterbed, where the water, where so many rivers enters into the ocean, be it Atlantic Ocean or whatever ocean. So Delta is water is synonymous to Delta. Like I said, it's the waterbed where water enters into the ocean. So what I'm saying is that a proper drainage facility system should be made in such an environment. Not just drainage system alone. For the opting time, I think I once said on this program that the whole of London is built on water. It's built on water, and hardly we heard of anything called flood. Is because they were able to do a proper drainage system that are actually standing the test of time. Okay, so we could also adopt the same measure to areas like Delta states, like Edo states, like even rivers also. I think those areas, they're not even that all over the states in Nigeria, where take away. Let's even forget about the issue of maybe a huge amount of water reserve. Let's look at it from this perspective. Don't forget that we have two seasons in this country. We have the dry season. We also have the rainy season. We have situations where the rain will fall, from for 7 days. Then we have, also, so in that situation, if there's a lake somewhere, and the lake would not contain the water that it has actually done.
Reservoir dam.
Now just imagine a 7-day incessant rainfall. Definitely is going to lead into what we call flood. That's why a proper it must be taken into cognizance, the government generally, they must take cognizance of that to make sure that drainage is at the forefront of whatsoever they are.
Okay, let's take this one also. In case Lagos policeman enforcing Okada ban shoots guards.
Well, if you look at that story very well, we were told, from that particular that the police officers, they oftentimes remove the road signs.
Yes.
That is terrible. How on earth would you remove the road signs and you expect the motorists to know that there is a law that is applicable in such an environment? Let me paint a very good example. If there's a road sign that says you should not pass through that area, and if signs are not there, nobody will know that that place is a no-go area for any car. But the moment a sign is there, then it is justified to say, okay, it is justified to enforce the law. But if the sign is not there, it's nobody, the police officers, even the road safety, they are not justified in any means. So that's why where there is no law, there is no sin.
Yes.
Where there is law, that's why you can start talking about sin.
Yeah, I can even I have a good example of something that happened yesterday. Like there is no road sign there, maybe it was more or something else. But since this road sign was not there, you can easily go through any one way or the other. But it was not there. But yeah, we have some policemen that were there. They will hide in a place so that in order to extort people.
That's what I'm saying. It is becoming a source of livelihood for hungry police officers.
Police officers, yes.
If you are hungry, you need to channel your this. If people are hungry, you need to confront the hierarchy of the police to increase your welfare, not just to do a kind of an extortion that is uncalled for. It's not. I mean, this must actually stop. I just hope that these hungry police officers are called to order by their boss. If not, it won't really be a kind of a nice thing for this country.
All right, let's take this one also. Do you think Obi is delaying campaign?
Don't forget that the campaign commenced today.
Yeah.
Today commences the campaign. So delayed campaign should not even should not even suffice in any way. Because February is still a very, considering the time now, although the time is still very short for politicians to get their act correctly. But even at that, what if it commences tomorrow? What if it comes? So the point is, either it delays campaign or not. How many of them are actually going on the street of Nigeria? They will not do that in the middle of the night.
Yes.
It's still going to take time.
Yes.
It's going to be concurrent.
And I see no reason why it should be alleged of delaying the campaign. The reason why is that once the INEC maybe go ahead that the campaign should start, I see no reason why one party should be the reason why there will be a delay in campaign. But this one has been spoken over times, and it has run through the headlines past few months ago right now, where we're talking about Muslim tickets. We are talking with PDP, says Lawa. What does that mean? Does that mean that they want to?
No, Babashi Lawa is a prominent man. In short, he's at the point he allied himself with the All Progressive Congress, the ruling party.
Yeah.
But because of this this Muslim ticket, it has really jettisoned. It has really created kind of a gap between so many northern Christians and the All Progressive Congress, because they felt that if the presidential flag bearer is from the south, a Muslim man to that, the vice president should be from the north, and it can be a northern Muslim. They are saying if you are doing that, then you have taken away the gentleman agreement, the tradition of federal character, unwritten constitutions, a kind of a gentleman agreement. You have just taken that away. Are you saying there are no competent northern Christians? These are the questions running through the minds of the elite, the northern Christian elite. So what I'm saying in essence is, if that is the case, the northern Christians they are just saying that if you think you can slap us on the face, then we are going to ally with other political parties. And this is exactly what's playing out. Babashi Lawa is trying to, they are talking with the PDP. And funny enough, the presidential flag bearer from the PDP is also one of their sons. I mean, he's from Adamawa. I mean, the flag bearer of the what's it called, of PDP, the person of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. So it's still a very tense situation. In my opinion, I wouldn't want us to want everybody to talk, to spend a whole lot of time on this Muslim ticket. We have, like I said, for the opting time, we have the PDP who is fielding Atiku Abubakar, a man from the northern hemisphere, and the deputy Ifeanyi Okowa from the south. We have Peter Obi of Labour Party, who is from the east, from the Igbo extract, and Senator Dati, who is also from the north. We also have Kwankwanso, who is from the north. We have the Bishop Idausa, who is from the south. So if only APC is the only one fielding Muslim tickets, I mean, why not, leave the place, I mean, pitch your tent with another, form alliance with another party, and then because enough of this noise of Muslim tickets.
Well, okay, I guess I've exhausted some of the juicy news I'm in here, and I think we should go into Vanguard, right? So let's see what Vanguard have for us this morning.
Okay. On the front page of Vanguard this morning, mixed outlook for parties as campaign begin today. 350K frauds, US court sentences, suspend aid of Ogungovno. 350K fraud, US court sentences suspended aid of Ogungovno to 5 years in prison. Childhood cancer, experts are on political will to reduce deaths in children. This could be seen on the front page of Vanguard. Vaccine hesitancy, greatest obstacle to Nigerian attaining optimal vaccination rate. This is coming from the stable of Pishan. Alleged 3 billion naira fraud. ICPC arraigned NDDC director, FCT official. And again, Edo PDP court order INEC to publish names in Obaseki fashions. Presidential candidates backed by Afenifere in 2015-2019 failed, says Keyamo. 4 children die in Port Harcourt fire incidents. And again, tension in Enugu as gunmen attack army checkpoints, kill 2 officers. It is time Nigerians spoke truth to power, Obi. And finally, Oni hails Peter Obi Youth Development Drive. But before I drop on the Vanguard this morning, I mean, as regards the readings, it is pertinent that I take this. The politics of Boko Haram and the arithmetic of 2023, that story is looming on the front page of Vanguard. Finally, I think I won't say finally. No, this finally. Senate passes bill to increase justices of Court of Appeal from 90 to 110. Mr. Sam, let's commence our analysis from this. I mean, as regards Vanguard. Oni hails Peter Obi Youth Development Drive. Are you not surprised with the rate at which the youth, the younger people of this country, are really galvanizing efforts to make sure that Peter Obi emerge as the president of this country?
Yeah, even they call it even Vuetos, your one child, very, very surprised with the movement of the youth.
Actually, you keep seeing them in their mass.
Yes.
On daily basis.
Yes, keep seeing them in their mass on daily basis. But that thing that will be very surprisingly is when they come out massively on the election day.
So that should be the paradigm shift.
So that should be the paradigm shift. So if we are really gunning for this paradigm shift that we are clamoring of, it means that on election day we must come out massively. It is One thing
Don't forget, not we, because we are. You don't forget the press. We are not parties. We are not parties. And that's the younger
the
ones.
youth should come out massively and vote for whosoever they want in the position of power. So it's a good drive right now. I know that they are shaking the ground, and people begins to notice that okay, there is one thing called OP movement, obedient, and it's a good thing. But for us to give them an accolade at the end is that they should vote massively for whoever they want.
Okay, this one is a tragedy, a tragic situation. 4 children die in Port Harcourt fire incident. This is a gory. It's a gory. In short, I can't just imagine it. 4 children.
When it comes to,
don't you think that parents should do best? I mean, should do their optimal best to take away things that are highly combustible, things that can easily ignite fire,
it is not,
or situations that can ignite fire. Don't you think that? I mean, even create to the extent of having things that can extinguish fire, like fire extinguisher, and even those who want to go traditional, like having a pail of sand, a bowl of sands at home. Don't forget that sands is an agent that can also stop fire. When you put a fire somewhere, then you put a heap of sand on the fire, then you're going to quench it. What's your take on that?
Well, you've already answered the questions.
Okay.
You've already answered the question, but the best thing is that what I want to add to that is that parents should always take any fires, anything that can ignite fire, they should take it out of reach of children.
Mm-hmm.
That is everything. That is always what is always been written on drugs. Keep out of reach of children.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's another best way out.
Okay, Miss Outlook for parties as campaign begins. I think we talked about this
Yes.
on Punch.
Yes.
But I also want to reiterate something. Like, let's talk about the readiness of these politicians. Let's look at the Emiloka movement, of Tinubu. Let's look at the obediently useful, because I used that. I think that's the name of that's the name of the running mate of Peter Obi. And let's look at the Pomposia movement of Rabiu Pomponso, and the articulate movement of the article. Do you really think these people are really ready? Because it's a contest, and when you want to go into contest, you need to get your GS, your canvas, your. Do you think are they really ready, or what should be the expect? Like, in my opinion, I think these people should be ready to answer so many Nigerian questions, like the issue of they must have built themselves of debates. But the last debate that been organized by the Nigerian Bar Association, we only saw, I think Atiku was there, Obi was there, but the Emilokan, the likes of this deputy, his running mate, Shetima, was actually there. Do you think we should have more of debates to know if they are really ready to take this country to a greater height?
Taking this country to a greater height does not depend on debates.
Well, that's only where we can know what they have for the country.
I don't know how we could know the Messiah that is going to save this country. Back in the days 2015, we clamor all these things, and there was a lot of debates. We have debates over there and here, and see where we are again. We're talking about Kwankasu, talking about Bishop Dausa, talking about those people. I only see 3 horses ready for this race.
Number one
is Atiku.
PDP. Okay.
And we have the leading ruling party, which is APC, in the Tinubu, and we have the Labour Party, which is Obi.
Don't forget, we are even talking about these people. We also have some I wouldn't call them unpopular. Kashuku is a very prominent person in this country of ADC. We also have Adebayo from the SDP man. This SDP is a party that has been for a very long time now.
This SDP, I think you just you mentioned a name from that SDP.
No, that's Adebayo. The man who owns Capital
even though
TV.
I'm a journalist, right? Like I'm hearing that one for the first time right now.
No, I mean that's not perhaps
Yes,
it's not been
yes,
your research in
yes.
that angle.
So,
but it's not.
so that's just the point. But we're talking about thought force.
Mm.
We're talking about thought force, and glaringly we have seen
The thought force actually is we are talking about the thought force implies alliance.
And
Now we have the first force, which is the ruling party.
yes.
We have the second force, which is the leading opposition party.
Yes.
Then we are looking at the third force agenda. But I think Nigeria has actually moved from the third force agenda now. I think one of the because third force, if I get it correctly, they are talking about alliance with maybe parties forming a mega party.
Yes.
But even the Labour Party is standing tall, equivalent to that of what's it called, to APC and PDP.
Then I will say that's your own.
Well, I think this is that's what I've seen.
That's your own opinion.
In few
That's
days
your own
now.
opinion.
Have you watched the rallies of the Labour Party recently?
See, it is not about the rally or not rally. 2015, before 2015, we have seen so many rallies. When politicians are gathered, it's just like where we have sugar, you always see ants around it.
Oh, it's alright.
So many people are just going there. Okay, maybe for the period of, I want to see this person for the first time, and let's cast post. Let's just cast food there right now. You see that there are some people that won't vote for that particular person.
Oh, it's okay.
So that's just Nigeria for you. That's
well,
Nigeria.
we've actually exhausted all we have on the paper this morning.
Yeah.
So viewers at home, before it all, this is where we draw the curtain for today. Do join us next time for another exciting episode. Until then, we remain your humble host. Bye for now.
Bye.